The city exhaled its cold, indifferent breath. His eyes, scanning the pavement for any glimmer of hope, caught something. There, nestled in the grime and forgotten debris, he found a small coin. It was old, its face worn smooth by 1,000 other hands, 1,000 other pockets. It was dull, offering no shine, no hint of its former value. But he needed it, desperately. The gnawing emptiness in his stomach was a constant, painful reminder of his poverty, and the overdue rent notice on his table felt like a ticking clock, counting down to disaster. In his palm, the coin felt like a small victory in a long losing war, a brief moment of relief, a chance. Then, through the biting wind, he saw a bright shop window, a coat hung there, a dark silhouette against the warm glow. It promised more than just material. It promised comfort, an escape from the relentless cold that had seeped into his bones. The choice was made before he even realized it. He bought the coat. He felt warm for a single night, wrapped in a shield against the world. Then the rent came due. He missed the payment. The immediate problem had been solved, but the larger one had grown. The single coin was gone. The coat remained, a heavy reminder of a fleeting comfort. This is the scarcity trap. A cycle where having too little forces decisions that guarantee you will have too little tomorrow. It is not just about money or a lack of character. It is a story about the mind. It's a cognitive condition that changes how we see the world, how we think, and the choices we are capable of making. When we have less, our minds literally see less of the world around us. We tunnel. But what if this trap isn't permanent? What if the prison has a key? Tonight we expose the 5 deceptions that keep you stuck, and reveal the practical steps to finally get out. The first deception of scarcity is simple. It steals your attention. It doesn't ask for permission. It stages a hostile takeover of your mind. When we lack something important, our thoughts don't just tighten, they fixate. This isn't a failure of willpower, it's a biological response. Our brain, trying to solve an urgent problem, involuntarily dedicates all its resources to that single point of need. We think about the missing thing again and again, caught in a relentless cognitive loop. It becomes an obsession. A constant low-grade hum of anxiety beneath the surface of everything else. Think of a bill that's due. Your mind tunnels. You see only the looming deadline, the negative balance. You calculate and recalculate, but you fail to see the freelance opportunity that just landed in your inbox, or the simple budget adjustment that could solve the problem long-term. Like a hole in a wall, the world rushes toward it, and your peripheral vision for everything else vanishes. This isn't just about money. Consider a parent starved for time. They rush from school, pick up to dinner to bedtime, their focus locked on the next task. In this scarcity of minutes, they miss the small wonder in their child's question, the fleeting moment of connection. The urgent crowds out the important. The mind has finite bandwidth. Scarcity hogs the processor. Studies show this mental tax, what researchers call tunneling, can temporarily lower effective IQ by as much as 13 points. It consumes the mental energy needed for insight, creativity, and self-control. Under this pressure, we make urgent choices that solve today, but sabotage tomorrow, reinforcing the very cycle of scarcity we're trying to escape. So how do we fight back? Freedom starts with noticing. Your attention is being stolen. Acknowledge the tunnel without judgment. Try this. Pause. Take one deliberate breath. Name 3 things you can see in the room that are outside the immediate problem. This simple act is a rebellion. It widens the tunnel, even just for a moment, reminding your brain that a world exists beyond the scarcity. You must guard your attention. It is the most valuable currency you have. The second deception is even more insidious. Scarcity warps your choices. It doesn't just narrow your focus, it fundamentally changes the logic you use to decide. Every decision, no matter how small, feels monumental. The trade-offs become brutal. Do you fix the car you need for work, or pay the dentist for your child's aching tooth? Do you buy the cheaper food that won't last, just to ensure the rent is paid on time? It is a tightrope walk over a chasm, and there is no safety net. One wrong step isn't just a stumble, it's a fall. This leads to a cruel paradox. People in scarcity often end up paying more for the same things. more in late fees, more in high-interest payday loans, more per ounce because they can only afford the smallest package. It's a hidden tax on the poor. With a financial buffer, you can afford to think long-term. You buy the sturdy, reliable coat that lasts a decade. Without that buffer, you're forced to buy the cheap one that falls apart in a year, meaning you buy it again and again. The person with slack asks, what is the best value for the future? Scarcity forces you to ask, what is the absolute most I can get by with right now? The first question builds wealth, the second drains it. This leads us to the third deception, the one that seals the trap. Scarcity erases the future. When all your mental energy is consumed by surviving today, tomorrow becomes an unaffordable luxury. The future isn't a place you plan for, it's just a vague hope that you'll make it there. Long-term goals like saving for retirement, learning a new skill, or even preventative healthcare, they become like distant stars, completely hidden behind the storm clouds of immediate needs. Your biology actively works against you. The brain's amygdala, its threat detection center, takes over. It prioritizes immediate threats, triggering a fight-or-flight response. You're wired to run from the tiger, not to plan your farm. This creates a cycle of short-term relief at a devastating long-term cost. The math of your life becomes distorted by the lens of panic. Your entire identity, your field of vision, shrinks to the next 24 hours. But the escape from this prison of the present doesn't require a giant leap. It begins with a single, small, defiant act of planning. Reclaiming your future starts by carving out a tiny piece of it, $1, a minute, a single line in a notebook, and dedicating it to tomorrow. It's an anchor, a declaration that the future still belongs to you. The fourth deception, scarcity magnifies your mistakes. With a financial buffer, a small error is just that. Without it, the same error can wreck a month, or a life. A single flat tire can cost a job. A minor illness can become major debt. Stress breeds mistakes, mistakes breed more scarcity. It's a vicious cycle. On a cliffside path, the tiniest swerve is fatal. Scarcity removes your margin for error. So when choices look bad, remember the cliff. Choose compassion. The fifth deception, scarcity smothers creativity. Necessity can spark invention, but chronic scarcity closes doors. Creativity needs slack, the freedom to be wrong, to experiment. When rent is due, certainty beats originality every time. When minds are trapped, the world is poorer. We all lose. Scarcity is not a moral failing, it is a cognitive condition under pressure. Small buffers make a huge difference. Even tiny slack widens your beam. Use simple rules, save a slice of every extra dollar, wait 24 hours before non-essentials, build community. A safety net of people reduces the fear of total failure. Recognize tunneling, then add small changes that give your mind slack. Start today, save $1, make one rule, reach out to one person. These are acts of rebellion against the tyranny of scarcity. Step out of the tunnel and into the light. If this helped, please like and subscribe.